Hi, Jessica. How are you? You're the first person to talk in here. Okay, Hi, Leanne. How are you? So just bear with me here. I'm literally getting used to YouTube. It's a little different, and it's just crazy to me. Whoa. 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 Annie, how you doing? I will message you back soon, Annie, I promise. I'm sorry, I've just been dealing with a lot of, I'll tell you about it. What is up, Nick? How are you? Hi, Becky. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Brittany. So yeah, I appreciate you coming on over here. How do I make this even go away? I don't know. No, I don't have two accounts. I only have one account on TikTok, one account on Instagram, and one account on YouTube. So that is a major, major reason why I'm going to be doing most of my new content on YouTube, because um, it's very hard to duplicate somebody on YouTube. I no, I don't have to. I do not have to. Um, I do not have two accounts on Instagram. It's like I said on my TikTok. There is. Wow, my hat's crooked. Velvet. I love that name. There is no reason for me to ever create a second account. And like I said on my TikTok live, any fake account that you think is fake, go look at the followers. Promise you, you will see about 99.9% of them are females. These people target females because I'm a male. It's just the way that they do it. And they try to use my name and likeness. From what I understand, people send me screenshots all the time, so I always know what they do. But they'll target you and they'll talk to you and try to sweet talk you. And then they'll ask you for money. I will never, ever do that or ask you for money, period. Never gonna happen. Even if life for me is right now is really hard financially, but I will never ask you for money. Even right now, there is no chance in the world I would ever do that. So yeah, go ahead and ask away questions. Yeah, there's only like 30 people in here, so it's gonna be a much more intimate little topic on here, or not topic, little conversation. How do you explain? Hold on, that's a tough question. How do you explain showing you off in church in their home, but says no to you? What do you mean by that, though? Yeah, my audio blipped for a second because I got a phone call, so I had to deny it. Is my audio back now? Can you hear me now? I don't like the way I look. Let's see. Whoa! 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 I haven't checked my I haven't checked my messages. Yeah, that Rick Risby quote, he's incredible. He's absolutely incredible. Another one of my favorite quotes from him is, the way I want to live my life for my daughters is I want them to consistently be catching their dad in the acts of excellence. Catch me in the acts of excellence. That's a hard one to say. What's my favorite? What's that? Oh, whoa, you can retract messages. That's crazy. If you're not subscribed to me on here, please do. I'd appreciate it. I'm gonna be posting the uh guy version of He's a 10 but, like the one I did last night of She's a 10 but. And this one is a really personal one that I kind of wrote. Okay. Hi Carly, how are you? Hold on. A friend. Well, would he like there to be more? That's a good question. My favorite hobby, golf. I love golf. I freaking love golf. 100K challenge with 0 videos. Woo! That's a challenge. I hope you reach it. How you doing? From India. What's up? So it's, hold on, 8 in the morning, 9, almost 9 in the morning in India. That's where the no comes in. So I know you said you like more. But what is he comfortable with? Um, I'm trying to think. That's a tough one. Let me ask you this, Paloma. What's his love language? What's his love language? What's his love language? What's his situation? There has to be a reason, because I'm telling you right now, I am a guy and I consider myself a good guy. If someone like myself wants somebody, there is nothing I'm gonna do that's gonna make it seem otherwise. The effort's not gonna be there. I will be able to explain stuff to you. All you gotta do is ask. Hi, Tamra. So they say that getting out of a narcissistic relationship, it'll take about 1 to 2 years for you to even be able to process getting over it. How do you figure out your own love language? You can actually go on Google and you can type in what's my love language, and there'll be honestly hundreds, hundreds of quizzes on there, and they'll help you. I appreciate you jumping over here, Leanne. Ask me any questions that you want, any questions you want about stuff that I normally talk about, and I will give you the best answer I can. Oh, I'm sore. I worked out really hard earlier. Well, Jordan, I'm gonna say something that's gonna be hard for you to hear, but if you have to think about how you feel about someone, that's probably not good. React on some Indian series? What do you mean by that? Is that what BTS is? I don't know. I'm not good at that stuff. Yeah, that is true. Actually, thank you very much, Nick, for that. Don't ever make, especially a man, actually very much especially a man, don't ever make a man tell you he don't want you twice. How do you know? I'm sorry, this keeps jiggling. How do you know if you have the right guy if you've been in a bad relationship? There is no definite right answer to if they're the right person or not. However, there should be no question about effort. You should know that he fits into your life like the last puzzle piece that you've been looking for, like literally fits right into place and you don't have to force it. His hand and your hand just they fit. It's just a easy fit right together. It's just you guys fit and you get each other. Nothing's forced. I mean, I actually posted this 2 nights ago on here on YouTube. It sounds funny, but it's actually very true. Love both ways for men and women. If you have to force it, like a fart, it's probably crap. If I were to go anywhere in the world, where would I go? Um, I'm a religious. I'm religious, so I would probably want to go see a lot of biblical places, like the Middle East-ish area. Yeah, let me know where I can go react to, or yeah, to some Indian videos there. That'd be fun. My love languages is servanthood and physical touch within reason, and quality time. You can have more than one. Yeah, it takes quite a while. I mean, once you're out of the narcissistic relationship, it takes you about 1 to 2 years to process it. That's what they say. But it's a lifelong thing. Like if it's your mom or your dad, it's something you just have to learn to deal with, but you build those boundaries. And the more you keep those boundaries in place, the higher the wall gets. And it gets to a point where when they get to those boundaries, they literally try to knock and see if you'll let them in. What's MCU? I don't know what MCU is. Wow, okay. Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't know what that is, but I like Marvel, so I guess I could look it up. I'm not good at this stuff, so if you tell me what it is, I definitely will go look it up. I'm interested in finding new things. Um, it sounds like you're trying to date someone who has a priority other than a relationship. Um, you have to be very careful if his love language is physical touch. I don't know the man. I don't know if he's a good person. I don't know. You know him. But in that kind of situation, there's a thing called caregiver burnout syndrome. Um, 30 plus Marvel. I freaking love Marvel. I probably should look that up. But he might use you for, you know what? I'm not going to say it if you let him. And then that's just going to lead to heartbreak for you. So just be careful. I know you're not involved physically. You kind of hinted that you wanted to be, though. Um, but it just might not be a good time because his priority is not going to be with you. So for me, like when I'm with someone, I don't want to be their priority. I don't. I want their priority to be themselves. And for him, it sounds to me like he can't even make himself a priority right now because he's got other things. So I would just be careful. Any way to clone me? I don't know about that, but I will say there's a lot of guys just like me that are out there that are right under everyone's nose that just get overlooked. How did I learn to be someone motivational? People that know me in person actually, they actually think I'm the goofball, like I'm the clown. I'm not normally the serious person, which is funny. I have a very good way of articulating the things that I think. I'm a very articulate person, and when I learn something, I don't forget it. And I am who I am because of my father and my grandpa. I learned that anything that I learn in my life um, is knowledge that I gain, and any knowledge that I hold on to is wasted. My career goal is I want to build a life for my daughters to where they never have to worry about a thing. My goal for 2023 is to make it my turn and make this year about me within reason. I mean, I'm not going to be a jerk about it, but make it about me. And let's see. Don't ever go into a relationship with someone else. This goes both ways for men and women. Do not ever go into a relationship with someone else and make the sins of the ex that you have be the sins of the next person because it will not work out. It goes both ways. It goes both ways for men and women. There's not a gender on this. Do not hold on to what your ex did to you and make the person you're with pay for it. Now, within reason, you can protect yourself. You can learn from it. That's different. That's way different than making the person you're with pay for what the other person did. There's a difference, a major difference. I do not have a son. I have two daughters. The loves of my life. Loves of my life. I could try to sing, but I'm not very good. I don't think I'm very good. But yeah, I am going to be getting on here on YouTube. This is where I've been frequenting a lot more lately. I can answer messages on here much easier because it's not as popular. But I'm on here on YouTube because of the fact that I find it very hard for people to duplicate me on here. Excuse me. Yeah, without divine assistance, that's true, actually. You're gonna be famous someday, Nick. You are. Just watch. I believe in you. I see. I'm not just saying that. I think you're gonna be pretty famous someday. I'm one of the first that you followed. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I am from America. I can't remember. Who was it? It's gonna drive me. You know what? I'll look it up. Before I say it, I'm gonna look it up. It doesn't matter if it's a male or female. If the person has no issue cheating on you, they're a cheater. There's a moral code that wasn't written correctly in their DNA, and whether it's a man or woman, they will always cheat. Always find a way to get ahead. Always, 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 always find a way to get ahead. There's many reasons why. Some men. I can only speak for men, but you want people to see Christ in you. The only way that you can do that is try to be the best version of you that He created you to be. Oops. I don't really play. I used to play video games all the time. I used to come home and play Halo all the time. I'm trying to find something really quick before I say it. I'm sorry. I'm not ignoring you. It's a very cool thing, actually. I don't earn anything on YouTube. Hey, I've been cheated on in every relationship too. It's crazy how when someone, cheats on you, it's like, I did something even worse though. I stayed home and trusted him, and I told him that. No, I don't play Minecraft. Yeah, I don't make any money on YouTube. I'm not big enough yet. Gosh, who was it? It's gonna drive me crazy. The cheating thing. So what I said was I always said that whenever I was cheated on, I always told the person that I'm sorry, I did something much worse and I need to tell you about it. And they'd always say, "What?" And I say, "I actually stayed at home and trusted you." And they really had nothing to say to that. That's who it was. Why is your friend blaming you for not doing anything? Why didn't they do something? My kids are young. So Inky Johnson is an inspirational speaker that I was just, this is what I was looking up. Inky Johnson is a motivational speaker that I listen to. Um, this goes right along with the football player right now that had the injury. Um, he he's the one that I was saying on my Instagram live, I think it was. That was a player for Tennessee. He was going to be a top 10 NFL draft pick, and it was like 2 games before the end of the season. And he hit someone, didn't break his neck, didn't break anything, but I mean, bone wise and structure wise, he burst part of somewhere in this area, burst part of this aortic valve, or not valve, artery, the biggest one in your body right here, and he's now paralyzed on his, actually, you know what, I'm sorry, I think it's his right side. His right side, one of his sides, he's paralyzed, but he's an incredible motivational speaker. And I think he's the one that he trusted in everything God wanted for him for his life. He trusted and trusted and trusted. He grew up in a place where you either go to jail or you make the NFL or do sport. Like, those were the only two options. You either go to jail or you like get big in a sport, literally. It was not a good area, period, at all. Um, and so he lost his football. He lost it all. And so he had to dig really deep with what he was doing. And he woke up one morning and he told his mom, I think he was outside of Atlanta. That's where he was living at the time. And he said, Mom, I'm going to go to Oprah's. I'm going to go to Oprah's. I'm going to go to Oprah. I'm going to give her my book, my story, and I'm going to see what she says. I have a good one. So he went and saw her walking in, gave her his book, and that was it. I mean, nothing really spectacular. However, the bodyguard came out after and said, I've known Oprah for ever since she became, I've been her number one go-to bodyguard, and I have never once, not a single time, seen her ever acknowledge someone that waits outside of her building, of her office, let alone take her book. So he said, just remember, even if you don't hear anything, just remember that you must be doing something right. And he said ever since then, it just clicked in his head. And now he's one of the top 5 best motivational speakers in the world, someone I listen to. So my day job right now, I actually work about 7 jobs. I'm trying to get my NCLEX passed so I can be a registered nurse. Registered nurse? How do you deal with the high conflict co-parent? That's a tough one. High conflict, you just stay away from it. You have to be very matter of fact. So co-parenting with someone who's a narcissist or co-parenting with someone, you know what, someone who's high conflict is normally a narcissist. Normally, they normally are. You have to be very much to the point. How does this benefit the kids? Period. Point blank. What does what you're saying have to benefit the kids? And they can try and skew it however they want, but if it doesn't directly have to do with their schedule, their well-being, or any of that, it doesn't need to be discussed. You have to act like they don't exist. And you have to understand, yeah, that's right, Nick. You have to understand that if someone has no issue outwardly expressing their anger and letting it out, think of like a balloon that is finally letting all the air out, it gets to a point where it has to, or it's gonna pop. They have to do that because they've learned to hold stuff in their life, and they don't know how to have conflict resolution in their own life. So like I said, the best thing for you to do is, if they do it on the phone or texting, literally just hang up or ignore it, and do not let yourself be around them in person when it can happen. Like, I mean, literally don't let them corner you if you're with them in person. If you're inside, always be closer to the door. If they're right there, so there's the door, I would be right here, and they're right there, so I can turn around and walk out the door. So they don't have a way of trapping me. It's a way, you always have to have a way to escape, and don't have an issue doing it. Ooh, NFL to knife throwing. Wonderful. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed, but I appreciate y'all being on here. Please, if you're not following me or subscribed on here, please do. If you are, thank you. I'm gonna start doing this more. honestly more on here on YouTube. I like it. So I love you guys, and you guys have a good night, and God bless. And remember, you are only as good as you think you are, and you're only going to get in this world what you think you deserve. Remember that. Take care, and God bless.